whatever actions you put, if that person wants to respond, that person wants to respond. So, there's just details in it where, the video itself, where the guy was saying it, he wasn't actually working with us yet with Gil's Arena. He was reading comments, and so this was a few years ago. So he was reading.
Oh, this isn't
Yeah,
recent. This isn't
it
recent.
wasn't. It wasn't recent. It was. It
Okay.
was pushed to Kenyon like it actually was recent, but
Okay.
it wasn't a recent thing. He wasn't. He, wasn't on the staff, and I guess he was like defending me in a sense, and he was reading comments and going off the comments, and then he said that about Kenyon.
Yeah,
Okay.
And then
Okay.
after the fact, he met Kenyon when he came and started working for the company and stuff like that, and him and Kenyon became good. So, the people who held on to it, been, oh, we're gonna do this, we're gonna get it to Kenyon. And then, I guess since it came, you know, to light, like, oh, we have the video. And then that's when he tried to apologize to
yeah, that's
Kenyon.
crazy.
So but since Kenyon never seen it, he just thought, oh yeah, well, don't worry about it. Now, he's seeing it, and so now he thinks, oh yeah, I had you in my house, had you in my family, my kids, So it's one of those things where it's like, well, no, and it was before, and I had to check, because my dad, watches all that down below level content where they down there beefing, doxing each other, recording, they, edit to make it look certain ways. So my dad was like, no, no, no. I watched that episode because I was like, ooh, wait, whoa, So it's one of those things. So he was,
Check in.
my pop said, hey, no, it was not near. He was lit this when he was living here.
Yeah. Okay.
I was confused. Like, yeah. When he started saying I had a family, we all looking like I had a family. I was around the kids. I was around the family. Like, who is he talking about? What we do?
I was yeah. I think what's that Tyra Banks thing? Raise your hand if you were afraid. I was afraid watching it live. I'm taking notes for the day,
I dropped
and
my.
then all of a sudden I stopped. I said, "No, hold on, what did I do?"
Play on the coolest RP project in the whole world, which is Grand RP. Here's everything you need. Do you want to?
Yeah, we was all like, and when you start reading it, everybody's like, oh, it wasn't me. Okay, cool. I mean, at that point, we didn't care what was happening, long as it wasn't us. It's kind of like this side of the room, because I was sitting like, dude, I don't remember saying anything, but who knows? And then he called somebody else in. I'm like, oh shit, is he like gonna like second it? Right? and then they start reading. And I'm like,
When I knew things were good.
it ain't us, huh?
I knew things were good because he never stood up. If Kenyon would have stood up, that's when I was gonna be like, oh man, okay, hold on now. They might be.
Yeah, I, yeah, I was more afraid then. Like you calm and just sitting down, like you have no fear, like of nothing. Like if you, I did it, and then just ran off. He didn't worry about none of that.
He
But
didn't worry
you know,
about shit.
It is what it is.
it's just I didn't I haven't talked to George, but I remember when George not when he said it, but when it started coming back up, I'm like, yo, what's hey? And then I was like, well, you're around King, and now you gotta let him know.
Like, face that, yeah.
It's one of those things. So he did try to apologize to Kenyon. I guess Kenyon didn't know what he's talking about, so the apology really didn't mean anything. I guess that's. I can't comment on stuff like that. I can't intervene on things like that because it's like
Shit.
I don't know what's going on. I don't know your conversations you guys had. I don't know your relationship you guys had. All I can do is, hey, as long as ain't nobody trying to throw no punches, You know, if you got to get it off your chest, got to get it off your chest. And then, you know, when I was driving home, I was thinking, like, did he have to do it on Gil's Arena? And then it's like, well, you know, if this entity did it live, how can I say you can't do it live, no matter the audience? Like, you know what I mean? It's
I didn't see a problem with that. People thought that there was like, oh, why would he do this on? I was like, come on now, it makes sense. It makes sense.
Definitely makes sense.
you put it like this. I can't say it was wrong. I can't say it was right. Like, I'm really on the fence of this. Like, it's like, okay, his was live. Okay, 100 people, right? No one's seen this, right? You know, it's just those guys clipped it and kept it, right? So you know, you could address it on YouTube, could address it, but if you decided to address it here, I can't say, well, hey, that's fucked up. I can't. That's, you know, that's not my place. That's what I said. I can't tell you how to react on something.
Let's do this. Let's do this. All right. If I make a clip about you, and you see it, and then you want to bring it to me, let's not do it while we're doing it. Let's do it offline.
Well, the difference between that is, motherfucker, you get to edit. That's the difference. You get to edit out, so you ain't really got to worry about it.
I'll leave it in. Fuck yeah.
Fuck it, I'll leave it in. Put my chest up.
Yeah.
Nah, but you know what it is. I don't know if it got clipped out.
It did, but by the time it happened,
Well, then it's dumb. It's worthless to us now, in a sense of this. What happened was real. It was a real thing, real emotions, right? Real reactions.
Facts.
Why would you take it off of our platform from us getting 600,000-700,000 views,
Facts.
and everybody else is gonna get it?
Facts.
Right. So now we're editing true feelings.
Yeah.
Right. One man felt hurt, the other man is feeling. I'm sorry. I tried. You know. Even though you didn't see it, I still tried to make it right. Something I did when I wasn't here. I didn't know you. We've never met. Right. I judged you. I made fun of you. And then when I got to know you, like, oh hell, shit. You know, this is a good dude. You know.
Facts.
You know,
See,
and you know, I'm trying to make it right. So you know, that's real. That's a real situation.
And for what it's worth, I think it now looks worse than I don't know what's going on behind the scenes. I don't know if he's gonna be there tomorrow or not. He probably will be, but it looks worse than what it would be now, simply due to the fact that 10 seconds after the show finished, it was cut out. So I don't know. It is what it is. What's the weather like over there?
It was hot. It was hot. Woo! Listen, I drop my candy and everything. Oh shit.
But I'm talking literally about in LA.
Literally, it was hot in there. If you was there, you would have known it was hot.
Oh my god.
Shit.
Co-producer is going to give you unique sounds that actually fits your track in seconds. Let me show you. First,
that nigga ain't even sober in the video.
Matter of fact, Kwani's just a bro.
I keep
Kwani's
thinking
a
you're
bitch,
gonna try
bro.
to clean it up here, but
Yeah, I ain't want to pull his card though, but Kwani, bro.
Skrilla turned into one of the hottest names in rap after his 6-7 track started moving everywhere. But now he's caught up in a heavy feud with OT7 Kwani, and the whole situation is wild. People have known about Skrilla in the underground for a long time, but 2022 was the year things really started taking off for him in Philadelphia. That's when his buzz began spreading through the city, and suddenly everyone was paying attention to what he was doing next. Back earlier in his career, Skrilla was putting out songs that had more of an Atlanta-style vibe. But in 2022, he flipped the whole sound and came through with a project called Cutthroat. The tape had these strange, dark beats that instantly stood out, and Skrilla was talking slick on tracks like Block Hot. On that record, he rapped, "You ain't gotta act hard, we wasn't raised the same. Have you laid up in the dock, you can't even move the same. Can't even eat the same shit. Shitty bag, zipper on your stomach. You ain't never think you could get tapped, but bitch, we did it." The energy on that project was gritty and intense, and fans in the city started locking in with his style right away. Throughout the project, Skrilla kept hitting his street rivalries and serious tension, but he didn't really call out anyone directly by name. Unlike some drill rappers who constantly disrespect rivals or mention people who passed away, Skrilla mostly kept it indirect. Still, he was known to be around some very controversial figures in Philly.
My producer, the nigga Mambo. That's the nigga that be making all them beats that everybody using now. That's my producer. He from Rome. Once I heard that nigga shit though, like that shit was a rap though. You heard, I ain't never heard no shit like that before though. So after I heard that shit was up after that.
One of the biggest names connected to that scene was YBC Duel, a rising rapper who was gaining huge attention before he sadly lost his life.
Yeah, my nigga Duel was crazy
Duel
though.
was
I
heating up
fuck
in
with
the studio,
I fuck with
while
Duel's
his
music.
YBC crew had a reputation for causing major chaos across the city, and people online were constantly talking about their wild stories and reckless moves. Duel already had a serious reputation in the streets long before he started talking tough in the recording booth. People around Philly knew his name, and that background made his music feel even more intense when he finally stepped into the spotlight. Skrilla was close with Duel, and the two were seen around each other often. In fact, when Brandon Buckingham came out to Philadelphia to interview Skrilla, Skrilla even introduced him to Duel during the visit. But here's where the situation starts looking messy. While Skrilla showed support to YBC Duel and his circle, people also noticed he had connections on the other side too. Skrilla was showing love to members connected to CCK as well. CCK isn't just one crew either. It's a mix of different groups, including the Clappers from 56th Street, the Campers, and the Clappers from 7th Street. All of those groups have serious tension with YWC, which made the whole situation feel even more complicated.
Me and Kwani cool. Me and Kwani, that shit.
you
Me and
squashed
Kwani-
it.
Alrighty guys, in today's video we are going to be heading back on FiveM and we're going to be using a brand new cheat that I have never used.
Well, that's good. That's good for the future of Philly right there.
Yeah.
You might be trolling me, but you know.
Nah.
No?
We cool.
According to rumors spreading around the city, people connected to CCK were involved in the situation where YBC's friend DTI lost his life. After that tragic moment, Lil Bucks from CCK released a song called Lonely Child, where he rapped, "Andre Youngbull walked to the store, but he ain't make it back. Your homie died, you ain't slide, you went to make a track. Bet he hot as shit in them boots. He tried to bust a track. My name always on that radar, on that dispatch." The tension between YBC and CCK was already intense, but Skrilla still seemed cool with people from both sides. He even dropped a track with Lil Bucks called Hood Hopper. On that record, Lil Bucks rapped, "Bitch, I'm with Big Zoo, we're the Campers, CCK, 0 to 4. I cracked a 4. I tilt my bucket hat. I damn near hit the floater." The connections had people talking, and many were shocked that Skrilla was moving between both circles like that. Then Skrilla jumped on a track with YBC Duel called Mick Buttons and Mick Nuggets Part 2. And
That
that's
shit was
when a lot
tough.
of listeners started thinking he might finally be picking a side in the drama. YBC Duel had built a reputation for being one of the most disrespectful voices in the rap scene. And on that record,
I heard the song when it was done. It was just me and Skrilla. Next time I heard it, it was me, Skrilla, and Bucks on it.
How you feel about that though?
But I ain't gonna lie though, Skrilla asked me did I want to do that shot. I told him no. He was trying to get me to shoot a video to that joint and all. I'm like, bro, no, bro, like what?
he went straight at CCK with some very direct lines. The tension between those crews was already serious, and the track only made things louder online. According to stories that were spreading around the city, people connected with CCK had ongoing issues with a CCK member named Sonny Goon. People were saying they couldn't reach him while he was locked up, and the rumors around the situation quickly turned into a huge topic in Philly conversations. There were also claims that Sonny's brother, Booga, tragically lost his life while leaving work at a McDonald's, which added even more emotion and controversy to everything people were talking about. On McButtons and McNuggets Part 2, Dude threw direct words towards Lil Bucks, Sonny, and Booga. In the song, he rapped, "Sonny and his brother Booga when he hear her. We catch niggas while they clocking out. Nigga worked at McDonald's. Pussy shoulda took a different route. Sonny in the jails, y'all shitty now. Yeah, I just put the banger on Bucks and made that nigga switch to a different jail." On that same track, Skrilla delivered his own line, rapping about moving through different neighborhoods and making his presence known, saying, "Bunny house, different niggas' hoods, show 'em who really good." With all that intense talk in the music, it still seemed like Skrilla was trying to stay connected with multiple sides at the same time.
Matter of fact, Kwani's just a bro.
I keep thinking you're gonna try to clean it up here, but
yeah, I ain't want to pull his card though, but Kwani, bro, Kwani ain't never took no piss. Kwani ain't never do that. Kwani's a bitch, bro. That's this is that. I don't even want to talk about it no more though, bro.
And that's when a lot of tension started building across the city. Skrilla had been linking up with Zoo Gang rappers like Poundside Pop, but at the exact same time, he was also cool with one of their biggest rivals, Hood Tolly. That alone had people in Philly looking sideways at the situation, because both sides were already deep into their own rivalry. Hood Tolly was another Philly drill rapper people talked about constantly, with rumors saying he had serious influence in the streets. One of the names often mentioned around him was his close friend, Cha Lizzy, a figure many claim played a big role in starting Zoo Gang in the first place. The tension between those circles reportedly exploded during a high school basketball game, where people connected to Hood Tolly and Poundside Pop got into a heated confrontation and started throwing punches right there in the building.
What began as a fight quickly turned into something much deeper, and the rivalry across the city intensified fast. After the incident at the game, Cha Lizzy ended up getting arrested on a firearm charge. Later, after he was released, rumors spread that he was connected to the tragic loss of Poundside Pop's friend Sadie. That moment pushed things even further. The Poundside Pop, along with his allies, began proudly calling themselves Zoo Gang. Cha Lizzy even addressed the situation in a track called No Lack, rapping, "When hairy niggas keep talking about bodies, I'll put the zoo on the map." Not long after that, word spread around the city that Zoo Gang had responded, and people claimed Cha Lizzy later lost his life as the conflict kept escalating. Then, a Zoo Gang rapper named OT7 Kwani dropped the track, where many listeners felt like he was hinting at a real-life situation in his lyrics. On the song, he rapped, "ZOO Andra. Last nigga played with Zoo name shit, got him stepped on. I know you remember, you can't forget it, cause you was next to him. I put that on God. We catch a man and we gon' take it there." They said that his body had left the scene, but shit, his face still there. Those lines had people online going wild, with fans trying to decode exactly who and what he was talking about. The rivalry between Hood Tolly's side and Zoo Gang had gotten so intense that even Meek Mill reportedly tried to step in and calm things down. Instead of fixing the situation, that move actually made things even more heated and ended up creating tension between Meek and members connected to Zoo Gang. Skrilla had already been cool with Hood Tolly and even made several songs with him. But in 2023, Skrilla also linked up in the studio with OT7 Kwani. The track they recorded together never officially dropped, but it showed that Kwani clearly didn't have an issue working with Skrilla, even though Skrilla had been around rival circles before. For a while, it looked like everyone was fine with Skrilla jumping in the booth with whoever he wanted, until one move almost caused serious tension with one of his own friends. UBC Dull had a serious rivalry with CCK, and the tension between those groups was intense for a long time. People around the city constantly talked about incidents happening on both sides. After Dull's friend had tragically lost his life, Lil Bucks from CCK quickly jumped into the studio and released music that many listeners felt was aimed directly at the situation. The track had people talking everywhere online. That's why so many fans were stunned when Skrilla suddenly dropped a song featuring both Dull and Lil Bucks.
Nobody expected those two names to appear on the same track because the issues between their circles have been so public. At first, it looked like the impossible had happened, like the rivalry had somehow been settled in the studio. But the real story behind it shocked people even more. Dub believed he was only recording the song with Skrilla. But after they finished the track, Skrilla later reached out to Lil Bucks and added his verse to the record as well. Skrilla had asked Dub beforehand if he could include Lil Bucks, and Dub reportedly told him no. Despite that, Skrilla went ahead and did it anyway, which left Dub seriously upset when he found out. Even with that drama, Dub and Skrilla didn't fully fall out, especially because Skrilla was still helping bring more attention to Dub's music at the time. Skrilla also continued moving between different circles like UBC, CCK, and Zoogang, wave of Philly drill sound. OT7 Kwani had been making music for years too, and just like Skrilla, his style evolved around 2022. Both artists began using those dark, eerie beats at the same time, and that's exactly where the tension between them really started heating up. Once that clip started spreading online, people immediately began comparing Skrilla and OT7 Kwani. Fans from both sides were arguing in the comments, debating who really helped shape the new Philly.
If you have Snap or Medicaid, you may qualify for a free iPhone or Samsung, plus up to 10 gigabytes of data. Apply online in just minutes. We'll ship it to you.
If the United States government tried to draft you guys, what would you say?
Going to Mexico. What you talking about? If you backdooring the motherfucker, man, you best believe, man, what goes around is gonna come right back around. You understand me?
Yeah. Ain't nothing broke about me. I got money. Give a fuck what you think. If we look at the definition of a serial killer, someone that has over 3 bodies, you would say a lot of hoods have a lot of serial killers. There's serial killers everywhere. That's the case. I didn't know that.
Today we head to Houston, Texas to see inside a notorious neighborhood known for shootings, gangs, drive-bys, and murders. We link up with rapper Cartel Bo, who's gone viral for songs like Fresh Out the Feds, and Monsters Among Monsters.
Nigga ain't worried about shit, cause if it is some shit, then I'm the problem.
Cartel Bo's done RICO time in the federal penitentiary, and he's a hood legend who's well respected in Houston. He takes us through his block that locals call Murderwood, and he shows us what life is like there. We talk everything from politics to serial killers to the war in Iran, and I think you'll be surprised by some of the things Cartel Bo says. Let's hit the streets of Houston, but first a quick word from the sponsor of today's episode.
Folks, we live in a world where accidents sometimes happen. Every year there are about 6 million car accidents and 2 million workplace injuries. Just like there's a reason that you wouldn't trust a burglar to guard your house, there's a reason that Morgan & Morgan is America's largest personal injury law firm. With more than 100 offices. We're in the trenches of Houston, Texas right now. 2026 might be the only hood video we publish. This used to be the staple of the channel. Now we're taking on a lot of other subjects. And what occurs to me right now that is interesting and connected to the hood is right now it feels like the country has the potential for revolution. Iran war, and Americans are pissed. My hope is that the hood can join us in this. But we're gonna meet Cartel Bo, who is a enormous character, crazy stories. He's the perfect guy that if you're doing a hood video, he's gonna take you through and show you the ropes.
Up be blind, can't even see me with binoculars. Hood looking up to me. They see this money, they know it's possible.
I
think I do say everybody on the way.
What does your chain say?
Oh, hit for a bag.
Hit for a bag?
Yeah. That's my label. That's why I started, you know what I'm saying? Get shit going, you feel me? You know, NFL, it's still NFL, but shit, they had put like a federal gang shit on it. So anything we do, it could be a RICO instantly.
How'd you come up with the name NFL Gang?
I didn't come up with it. My partner Ray did. That's my He started NFL. Niggas from Lakewood.
Because you guys almost made it to the NFL?
Oh, no.
Did you almost make it to the NFL?
No.
No? You have the body for it.
Yeah, I should have. You know what I'm saying? But unfortunately, I ain't have the area for it. You understand what I'm saying? It's a little deep. I grew up in that high right there. On high, my grandma high. This the cornerstone of the hood, boy. Like, nigga, this where I sent you that news and motherfuckers got this shit cracked 2 weeks ago. Right around the corner on the way down here, that freeway you exited, that's where that body was hanging, with his body on fire.
A man's body was found hanging underneath the East Loop.
By a rope from the underside of this 610 freeway all while on fire. Sadly, he did not survive.
Next, Bo takes us nearby to the highway where recently a brutal and mysterious murder was carried out. To me, the killing is reminiscent of something that you'd see in Mexico done by a cartel in revenge. Let's head to the scene of the crime.
A few weeks ago, I don't know, they had the body hanging out the freeway with his head sitting on fire. They had to go over there and cut it down from the top side.
You think this was
the
gang
news
related?
later? I don't want to speak on it. You know what I'm saying?
Not from personal experience, but like from what people said from the store.
Man, this is my hood. I don't speak on what's here. My hood, homie. This shit real.
That's a pretty serious way to kill someone.
Yeah. It is. Yeah, I grew up here. I used to watch the bus stop right here every motherfucking day. 3-4 hour bus ride every day, you know what I'm saying, for real. From third good
Why was it such a long bus ride?
Like, because it was far to the mob. Nigga ain't get no job. You ain't had no job around here, boy. My grandma was a 60 worker. It's a hood documentary, come on.
How long did you live in this area for?
My whole life. I was born at the hospital in Broward.
Oh, look at this guy. He's ready for a date.
Man, oh, man.
Are you about to go on a date?
No. Man.
Woman flower once a week.
That's good for you, dude.
Man, I don't know, man. I don't know what the f going on, man.
That is a beverage of choice while conducting an automobile, huh?
What?
You gotta be careful.
Beer?
Yeah, Houston PD is. I don't know.
Man, worry about these. Look.
I see why that motherfucker like that, you hear me?
Ain't broke by a long shot.
I know it, baby.
Just look. Ain't broke by a long shot. Nigga, I got money in the bag.
Don't show me your secret spots.
Tell ain't nothing broke about me.
Got money in
I
the
got
bank.
money.
Give a fuck what you got.
You can't judge a book by its cover. Play with money. I could just put money.
Why do you do this?
I'm greasy as fuck,
Because I
Chad.
want to, because I got it to do it like
Is it a
that.
hobby for you? You got a $2 bill.
Yeah.
That's rare nowadays. You want to show that? Folks, some of you may have never seen a $2 bill. When I was a kid, you would get this for like a birthday, you know. All right, I'm going to give you your beer back and get back to the action here.
See.
But I hope you have a good Sunday with your lady, okay? You're the guy I talked to on FaceTime, right? Okay. 'Cause you guys,
Him and Ray.
so you got locked up and you got shipped off to Louisiana, right?
Yeah. And the county fucked up. That bitch overcrowded.
For the last 3 weeks, the sheriff's office has not immediately booked some probation violators into the jail. That's because the jail is at near capacity.
They ship people to Louisiana, Mississippi. They got a couple of places they be shipping people to and shit.
Are you
Damn,
guys
I don't
hip
got
to
no-
what's happening in Iran right now?
That ain't got nothing to do with us. If you ain't booting and suiting and you ain't flying your ass over there to fight them people, don't say you know Trump supporter. And wear your MAGA hat, get your guns and your rifles you march with, go on. He need to have the motherfucking, what they call the boys that went got the Fed cases, Patriot boys, and out of the Jerry Powell boys, yeah, all that. They ain't out there with their MAGA hats front line out there against Iran, you fake
If
it.
the United States government tried to draft you guys, what would you say?
Going to Mexico. What you talking about? Yeah, I'm finna go hit some moves. We at war out here. We got bullshit out here.
When you guys see new builds in your community, is that a good thing because there's improvement, or is that a bad thing because other money's coming in?
I mean, it's good, but at the same time, I feel like shit. Cause this was a lot of trees. It was way more trees when we was younger. You know what I'm saying? More woods and shit. So they built a lot of little new houses and subdivisions and shit around here. But you still over here in the swamps. You still over here in the trenches. Like, we ain't got no sewer system, my nigga. We still got ditches around this bitch. These ditches get full. We don't have no sewer system. It ain't nothing you can walk
So
under.
people's poop goes through here?
Yes, all that shit. When it flood, it be bad. You know what I'm saying? So all this shit come up all the way up to the top, right? And they should be flooded too in Humble. But they open the levees and let the water leave Humble, and so they won't be high water and it floods up. That's exactly how their system is created. And then we get super off. Like, if you see Hurricane Harvey, 36 people came up missing over here. Like,
Did the hurricane bring the city together?
Yeah, kind of did, but then, like, you had the Louisiana.
This is Grand RP, your new life in GTA 5. Here, you will find everything you need for full immersion. Here's a unique economy where you can build your own businesses, buy cool cars, exchange them, earning on interest, pick fancy looks for your character, and decorate it with unique accessories. Immerse yourself in a crafting system where each player can create something really unique. Need a new backpack? Done. Or maybe a car? No problem. Start playing today and check everything out for yourself. Registration link with bonuses is waiting for you in the description, or use it by tapping on screen.
I haven't seen you in forever. You still at McDonald's?
Yeah, I'm a manager now.
Oh,
that's
cool. that's what's up.
Did you know you can claim certain adults as dependents? Let's break down who qualifies in this edition of Tax Tips by TurboTax. Claiming a parent or other adults as dependents can offer similar tax savings as a child dependent. To claim an adult as your dependent, you must satisfy 7 tests. 1. If you're filing jointly, no one can claim you or your spouse as a dependent on their tax return. 2. Your adult dependent must use a filing status other than married filing jointly on their return. There's an exception if they file a joint return only to get a refund of withheld taxes or estimated payments. 3. Your adult dependent must be a U.S. citizen, resident alien, U.S. national, or a resident of Canada or Mexico. 4. The adult you want to claim can't be your qualifying child or the qualifying child of anyone else. Generally, a qualifying child must be under 19 years old or under 24 if they're a full-time student. Read more about who is a qualifying child in the article linked in the description below. 5. Your adult dependent must either live with you all year as a member of your household or be a certain type of relative, such as a parent, grandparent, child or sibling, aunt or uncle, niece or nephew, or an in-law. Eligible relatives don't have to live with you to pass the test. For example, a parent that you support who lives in a care facility the entire year could be a dependent if they meet all of the requirements. 6. Your adult dependent's annual gross income must be below a set amount. For the 2025 tax year, the limit is $5,200. Gross income generally includes all income that isn't exempt from tax. And 7, you must provide more than 50% of your adult dependent's financial support for the year. This includes costs for housing, food, clothing, education, medical care, and similar necessities. When you file with TurboTax and add a dependent, we'll ask you simple questions to make sure you can claim them. Visit TurboTax.com for more info to help you file your taxes with confidence.
But like she loves
bring all they boats and shit because of the water and shit, but then like niggas start robbing the rescuers and shit. So like the mayor
yeah, like when she wants to. Like,
Come on,
but they start robbing the rescue.
The rescue,
it's a fucked up area.
Is that not like super?
Yeah, that's so fucked up area. But them motherfuckers got time 20, 30 years for looting niggas. That's one burger of a building. Normally you get probably 2 to 5. They giving niggas 20, 30 because it's a disaster and you taking advantage. So you going to jail fighting the case for looting. You think you finna get 2 to 5 max and get hit with a 30 piece. But shit, motherfucker been getting shot in the head here since I was a baby. That's why I told bro I never get bro got shot in the head and I was coming here back in the Gap, you know, your grandma used to write you a note and she'd go to the store and people at the note, get the note from your grandma, they'll get you some cigarettes and lotto tickets and shit. So she sent me to get a pick 6 or something like this, some more shit or whatever. I come out and they got that shit pushed in. Granted, seen it happen because she heard it, looked out the window, seen me walking. I just watched the dude. I looked, it was weird. I just walked right here to that house.
How old were you when this happened?
I had to be like 6.
So 6 is when you saw your first murder body?
Yeah.
Can I ask you a real question?
What's up?
Is my guy Keegan, do you think he dresses like a Fed?
Man, come on, man. You don't know who it is. I ain't gonna lie.
When he left the house, you're like Keegan.
The feds these days look like more of my people, goddamn, with tattoos and shit. You'll be shocked.
Right now, my social media is flooded with all of the war updates. What's on your guys' social media right now when you're scrolling?
Just to be frank with you, that's some white man war ass shit, my nigga.
You know how the white guys are looking at it?
Like, that's some weird
We say it's
shit.
Israel's war. That's what we say.
Y'all over here bombing these people. These people gonna blow our ass up. Like, they gonna get something off. You ain't never gonna just get everything off and completely obliterate them getting something off. And when they play dirty. Why even instigate that shit? Like, they should let them people alone, bro.
On time.
Man, nah, it's good, man. Well, you know I've been out here. Man, everything great, man. Everything great. All right, man. They saying that they did it because Israel had been doing wrong to their people and all this shit for all these years, this, that. But I'm not saying that this is this or that is that. I'm saying that kickstart all that shit. That kickstart like all that shit. Well, now America and now they believe, okay, Iran was behind that. It was just a separatist group. Iran is behind that. Okay, so they put in the forefront against Iran. Israel doing all kind of shit and breaking all kind of laws. But then you don't know the shit behind the scenes
Damn.
on the table too. From my understanding,
Damn.
Israel had nuclear war power when they was ready to use it on Iran unless America helped them. That's another rumor going around.
Yeah.
Like if America don't, if you don't help them, we gonna nuke them.
Based on the way the negotiation was going, I think they were going to attack first. I didn't want that to happen.
I ain't against Trump like most people. Most people be like super against Trump.
That
super
nigga
this,
look
super
back
that,
like.
you know what I'm saying?
That
Trump
nigga-
got me out there, yeah.
So in your guys' social media, was the Epstein file something that was popping up on your feed?
Yeah, 100%.
What do you guys think about that?
I mean, I don't really get into stuff like that.
The Epstein files. You heard of that stuff? The world's largest pedophile blackmail ring. That's how they control politicians. Epstein was the guy that trafficked all these kids. Politicians, celebrities, billionaires will go there and fuck the kids. And it's being covered up right now.
Nah, we won't cover stuff on stuff like that. We won't cover stuff like that at all, 100%.
If you're a producer who hates AI, this plugin might change your mind. This is Reimagine in CoProducer. You can take any sample you find and flip it into infinite, one-of-a-kind variations that are unique.
One thing I've noticed is it almost seems like there's an information bubble, like what people here are tuned into compared to like what sometimes what I see.
People got to tend to what affects them. You know what I'm saying? Everybody be all right, mama.
Like it blows my mind for someone not to know what the Epstein files are at this point.
The Epstein files don't affect the hood.
So why care?
Yeah, I mean, it ain't necessarily why care. It's like, okay, what all they doing is putting in your face, gang. And if I can be frank with you, it affects but we can justify and push and prosecute them for all their crimes. I don't even think Epstein dead, homie. Come on, he killed himself. Come on. He's somewhere in Cambodia or somewhere, some beautiful ass. He did too much. He got too many presidents in his pocket. And both sides, Republican and Democrat, are gonna do it based off what represents and make them look best. You know what I'm saying? And what makes the enemy look bad. You feel what I'm saying? Like, no matter how, if it makes
25,
people look bad,
yeah.
they're gonna take some off.
Oh, yeah,
You know what I'm saying? It wasn't so bad. You're more worried about the person having Tourette's than you are calling these motherfuckers niggas at the awards.
Oh, I saw that.
Michael B. Jordan and Delroy Lindo walk on stage to present an award at the British version of the Oscars. Someone in the audience starts shouting obscenities, including the N-word. The foul-mouthed insults came from this man. He suffers from Tourette's syndrome.
Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? Oh, we're going to take something out. Let's talk about mental health. And, let's talk about this nigger shit. Where you get it from? I feel like when you address race and you don't act like it don't exist, and you know what I'm saying, everybody is created equal and should be treated equal, but we don't live in an equal world. So you have to, in order to get to people, give the reality of situations so you can have that togetherness and you can have that love. Democrats want to act as if there is no blur. We're just all this and everything, and we all know that's not the case.
Both parties don't help.
Yeah, and it's just, you're going to take this fucking or this fucking.
Yeah,
I'ma fuck you and tell you I'm fucking you, and I'll help you a little bit, or I'm gonna fuck over you and act like I'm gonna do all this shit for you and don't do absolutely nothing.
I think that's probably a pretty good description.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna be real with you. I feel like Trump care about the people, to be honest with you, because I feel like he cares about the opinion of the people. He give what you get. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you give me a love energy, I'm gonna give you a love energy. That's any person. He's real. That's why I say the Republican got some form of realness to you, like that bullshit. Like, you know they're racist. They're not gonna say they're racist, but we all know they're racist. They did their own fucking Super Bowl halftime show and had it was fucking joke with all white guys and Kid Rock performing because they were mad Bad Bunny was doing the Super Bowl. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it's that like, you know what it is. Nigga, we ain't doing this. We've been doing it. We only been cool kicking it 60, 70 years. This shit been going on 400, 500 years. That's what's going on in the black mind. They're not that other shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hey, we finna go to the park.
Bo is taking us to the site of a music video that ended up turning into a multi-person RICO indictment where Bo himself ended up going to prison for a few years. Here's what he and his crew thought and learned about that experience.
That money got me talking like speed racing. I'm a
This is what we did the Hoover video when we all got the case and went viral and all that shit. Everybody at the end of the day, you know, took their time like a man and shit. I told her straight up, like, it's my video, you know. She said she gonna give me the most time. She commended me. She was gonna give me 2 years. Say she couldn't though, cause I came in there like a man. And I told her like, if I could do the most and everybody go home time served, let's do that.
That's rare. Most people take the opposite option.
Yeah, that's why she committed me, because she said she was going to give me 10 years.
And this video that was shot. Right
Yeah,
here.
we shot that shit.
Let's look at it.
So many hands in his ass across the head, thought you fighting an octopus, nigga. We eat a bite for breakfast, a bite for lunch, and also a bite for...
You see that?
Yeah, you get it. Move out the way.
They go there every time they
Exactly. Nobody want to get you.
I just had to whoop a nigga in the con. I whoop a nigga in the jail.
When you have to fight someone this big, do you have a certain
I'm
strategy?
gonna hit his ass before he hit me. I'm gonna hit me about 3-4 of them hoes before he get me. I'm gonna hit you as hard as I can.
I feel like everything is a go. If you come to me like, what's up, nigga, I want woo, 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 this, that, and that, and I pull out a gun and blow your shit, you shouldn't even walked up on me with that bullshit. You don't know me from Adam and Eve to want to fight me. The only people that should ever want to fight me is my family and my friends that know me all my life. Nigga, you don't know me to want to fight me. I'll kill your bitch ass, nigga.
Do you think it's fair in a fight to jump someone 1-on-5, 1-on-6? Is that fair game?
I don't know. It all depends on the situation too, though. You feel me? Like,
It depends on how I feel.
Man, none of my partners fight in front of me.
If my partner beating your ass, I'm woo. If you getting the best
Man, my
of
partner
them,
just
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, he just beating your ass. It ain't no point of me. Cause you ain't just finna, I know you ain't just finna do nothing with none of mine, but cause Lakewood niggas, like, we play a cool niggas for real, but we definitely gangsters for real. Like, this the most dangerous hood in the city of Houston, my nigga.
This is?
Yeah, you ain't coming out. Niggas don't come over here. We go everywhere. They ain't come up. They don't come over here. Ain't no rappers want to come over here shoot no videos. But they act like they do. They tell you that. Niggas ain't pulling up.
There's a story in your life I want to ask you about. So you got shot at one point.
Yeah.
How old were you?
Man, I was 17.
What happened?
I was doing some things I ain't had no business doing. But luckily, E-Rock was there. He was able to handle it.
You can't just sell in one place at once anymore. You gotta sell in all the places. Combine and conquer with Shopify. You get the best converting checkout on the planet. You get a point of sale squad that's always on point. And you'll be unstoppable when every post is shoppable. Cha-ching indeed. So if your business is in it to win it, win with Shopify.
The situation for me.
How serious of an injury was that?
Yeah, life-threatening.
Where were you shot?
In my leg. Luckily, my nigga was, we handled that shit, you know what I'm saying? And I leave it up.
You know where you at, though, This Sunday, everybody in the gym.
Oh, this is where the music video went south.
This is where the music video
Right
was.
over there.
Right there.
How many people went down for a music video?
How many went down for that? About 11?
11 people?
Yeah.
Did you
It was
guys
just on
think
the
in a
first
million
night.
years that a music video could get you in trouble like that?
Hell nah, man. It was just the laws, bro. They was really just hating really on the cool. That's how I really feel.
What made it federal?
They had guns and shit in there. A bunch of
What makes
guys
that
went
a
jammed
Fed
up.
case versus a state case?
The feds, if you got a felony, you can't be allowed with no firearms, around no firearms, or none of that.
It's just shit. I think they probably talking us around that time. I think they were just talking to us, you feel me? I think they just put them on us around that time, you feel me?
Then they said the school was open and shit.
Yeah, no, I'm
Man,
saying,
it
yeah,
had
I'm
just
saying, yeah.
flooded,
Yeah,
so the
so
school
you
wasn't
feel
even
me?
open.
They
though,
trying to
you
find
know what
out
I'm
already,
saying?
yeah, school
So they
and
try to
all
throw
that,
any
yeah.
kind of like alligators and shit like that just to
make
get us
your
knocked out of it.
Damage control.
The thing that's tough about that is guns make a video go viral.
That's not, hey,
Yeah,
do though.
that's
That's
a bunch of
right.
YN
They quick
shit
though.
too,
That's right,
though.
quick too.
As soon as you see a thumbnail where it's 15, 20 guys with sticks in the air, you click on the video because you're like, I kind of want to see what's going on here.
That's the whole thing
But
about
I
it.
feel like that wave has passed because so many people probably went away for that.
Yeah, fair. I agree with you. Yeah, for sure.
Definitely.
So I want to recruit you guys to the revolution. I feel like we're close in this country to a revolution. Right now, there's a lot of corruption happening, a foreign influence happening, and I want to try and see if America can unite in order to make this country better. Would you guys be interested in something like that?
I'm down with it.
As long as they down with it, I'm down with it.
I'm down to make the country better.
If everybody can't come together for one bigger cause, you know what I'm saying, then shit, they ain't gonna never work.
You used to fight people around here?
Man, I had my first fights right here. That's why I got it tattooed on my back, man. I had my first fights up here. Like during summertime and shit, they had that whole opening right here. So it's like a community thing, you know what I'm saying? Like your parents can sign you up for the park and shit like that, and you can be up in there like doing day. They take you on field trips and shit like that or whatever.
Do you believe that there's demonic shit going on in the music industry? Like to make it really big, you gotta do demon shit?
I know about some things. I just can't speak of it.
Demonic rituals, blood drinking, you think that's a real thing in the entertainment business?
Very.
The people running shit are that dangerous?
Yeah.
They play with your bread.
They play with your life. Not life or death, that ain't shit. I can die today. I can go around corners, die, that don't mean shit. I'm talking about they play
with your everyday life.
They play with your kids' life. They play with your...
Yeah, that shit.
After making sure the cameras were off, Bo told me about some of the devil worship and rituals he's seen and heard about in the music industry. And he also named a singer that if I was able to name, you would all recognize who this person is. And with the recent news about human sacrifice in the Epstein files, it makes me wonder if the long-stated Hollywood rumors about satanic ceremonies and artists selling their soul to the devil may actually hold water after all. I'm thinking this is a subject we'll tackle in a future documentary down the road.
If you were to nominate one guy in this crew to run for president, is it either you or him, you think?
Yeah, it's definitely me.
He supposed to say that. He supposed to say that.
He could be your VP though.
I'm gonna let him be secretary, treasurer, so he can count the money. He pretty good at counting money.
Well, man. I ain't gonna lie, I do get the money well.
Here, right now the current Secretary of Treasury I think is very ethically challenged. You want to ask President Trump if he wants to nominate you instead? Here, Trump, if you're watching this.
Say, look at Trump. Select me, man. You understand? If you want to get the money, hey, it ain't even funny. You want to get the money, select me, man. Hey, man, we gonna get it up. We gonna run it up. The economy gonna be straight, man. Put me in there.
Hey.